Right, welcome back to another video. It's painted everything, the shell, the panels. The only thing I've got to do now before I refit it, I'm going to polish it. I've got a selection of things here. I may have missed something out, but these are the products that I'll be using to polish. So I'll just turn you around. So I use a water bottle. I've just got an old water bottle, cleaned it out, and I just put water in it, tap water. But I also put 4 drops. It doesn't have to be that product. Now, rubbing down. So I always use 1500s. Years and years ago it were always 1200s, but 1500s now. It just it's nice to cut. I mean, you can use 2000s, doesn't really matter. This is just what I use. So the cheapest place on eBay that I found for this stuff is 25 quid for 50 of those sheets, and I always rip them in half, so, and then fold them in half just like that. So I use that side and use that side, and mainly use these outside bits, but then I cut them in half and use these bits. So there were 25 quid for 50. Trizacs, they're really expensive, so I got 9 of each, and 9 of each, they were about between 10 and 15 pound for 9. So I just started following them, and they gave me like a discount. I normally follow products on eBay, and then a day later they always give me an offer, so I always take the offer. So they were £12, they were £12, and I think they were £13, the 8000s. But trust me, you will love those. So once I've flatted a bit of dirt out with that, I flat over with that, I flat over with that, and I flat over with that. And now the compounds I use, so I've used these for a long time. I've tried the Ferrecla ones, and the Ferrecla ones are cheaper than the 3M ones, but the 3M one I find is a little bit better. So I go over with that. I use a water degreaser, which you can just, it doesn't matter, you can just buy anywhere. Then I use the machine polish, and then these two leave just a slight residue on it, especially with darker colours. Lighter colours you never really see it. And to get rid of that, I use that. And I borrowed these from work. They would kindly allow me to take those home with me on the proviso that I take them back. So on small areas, I bought this months ago off TikTok, and you know what, it's really good. You know, it's just a rechargeable one, and it's really good, and they're Ferrecla ends, those. And on the big polish, so I have colours that reflect these. So I have the green head for polish, I have the yellow head, I have another yellow head in that side, and then there's a blue one, but I don't have the, you get a blue polish as well, but I prefer the purple one. And then the polisher that I've got, kindly lent to me by my good friend Morgan Alderson. So this is a Bigfoot, and it's really good, very expensive, but he kindly let me use that to buff the car up. That's mine, that's Morgan's. So I don't know whether, I can't remember whether I've got everything, because I'll probably forgot something, but that's pretty much what I use. You're not going to want to see me buff the whole car because it's boring. It's just like grinding, it's just boring work. So I've got a piece of dirt. Let me see if you can you see it right there? So when you rub your hand over it, you can see it. So what I'll do, I'll flat and polish that piece, and then I'll just put you on time lapse while I'm polishing various things. Because if you don't, sometimes you need to use a block, but these aren't big enough to use blocks. So if you look, once it dries off, so if you look at the bit of dirt, if I can get the angle right, you can see it. Can you see it there? So it obviously needs a little bit more flatting. There you go. So that's totally smooth now, that. So there's nothing on that, it's totally smooth. There's a bit of dirt's gone. That's just with 1500s. So now I'm gonna 3000s it, 6000s it, 8000s it. And I don't, with bits like that, I don't put it on a DA. You can put them on orbital sanders and sand the whole panel down if you really want to. But I'm just doing a demo, so I'm just doing it by hand. When I come to flattening it all down, I may do it with DA. So this is 6000s. This is 8000s. Now I use that compound, so 3M compound, and I don't put a lot on because it just, if you put loads on, it just squirts everywhere. So I just put a tiny bit like that. Clear it off. I do it again. I don't just do it once. Sometimes I do it 3 times, depending on what it looks like. And that's what it looks like. So that has totally gone. So all I've got to do now is do the rest of the car. And that's the difference between 6000 and 8000. It's nearly polished now, so that'll buff. That's the reason why I use 8000. So 15s, 3000, 6000 and 8000, and then that should buff up really nice. I've just spotted some more bits of dirt. It emphasizes the dirt and that, so I've just got a couple more bits to do on that wing, and we're looking good. And that's it. So it's buffed. It's only compounded, so I've still got to do machine, and I've still got, you can see little bits of streaks, but it feels really nice. Now don't get me wrong, there are a few silicones in this bonnet. So I've been flattening this front panel. Down here it's a bit dirty. So can you see between there and there? So that's up to, that's 15s, 3s, 6 and 8s. So I'll let you watch me and you'll see you can do little tiny bits like this by hand. It's how good 800s or. So there it is. That's just one go over, just gone over it once. You see that, how good that is? That's without a buffer, that. Sorry for traffic noise, but right, I missed some of the filming down one side because I got distracted with batteries going out, or, you know, dying on me or whatever. So the car is back in now, and I'm just going to sheet it up, wrap everything up, sheet up the bottom, because I need to make space for the subframes and all the running gear and all that rubbish. So I'm going to sheet it up, and then you'll not see the car for a bit. I've got the decals for the bonnet, I've got the laurels. I'm just going to allow the paint to settle before I put those on, because sometimes they can bubble up. So I'm just going to mask it up, and then I'm going to find loads of things out of my like little boxes that I've got. I don't know a lot of the names, but I'll show you them as I'm going through. This is what I'm going to be doing. I've got a lot of gaskets to buy, you know, where the clutch reservoir, whatever you want to call it, and things like that, and like a tool to make brake lines. So that's going to be masked up now and put to one side because the car is finished. Now on the driver's door, there's a few silicones in it. I may have mentioned it, but I may have cut it out of the videos. So when you saw the video of it outside, yeah, it looks fantastic, but there are some imperfections in it. I'm going to leave them for now, and maybe one day in the future I may get fed up with them and think, you know what, in the winter time, while the car's put away, I'm going to take panels off and redo them. But for the moment, I'm leaving it as it is. So this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me polishing it and how I polish it, and I'll see you on the next one. So cheers.